Hey everyone, happy holidays. Today I'm whipping up two delicious no-bake pies. They're crazy easy, festive, and made with just a handful of ingredients. Let's start baking. Well, no baking. In a food processor, add in the chocolate graham crackers. You can use any chocolate cookies you like. I just love the flavors of graham crackers for this recipe. Close it with the lid and pause it a few times and then set it to speed 1 for a few seconds or until you have fine crumbs. Transfer the crumbs to a medium bowl and pour in the melted butter. Using a spatula, mix everything together until well combined. The texture should look like wet sand. Dump the mixture into a dry 9-inch pie pan and press it down to shape the crust. You can take it up the sides if you want, but I'm just going to focus on the bottom. To make the surface flat and smooth, I use a measuring cup. Just use anything with a flat bottom that you have on hand. And then pop the crust in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes to chill. Meanwhile, place the white chocolate chips in a small glass bowl and pour the hot heavy cream over them. Just microwave the cream for about a minute. Just don't let it burn. Gently push the chocolate chips down so they submerge. Let it sit for about 90 seconds and then stir. Depending on how hot your cream was, it should melt quickly. The mixture should turn silky and smooth and then set aside. In a large bowl, add in the softened cream cheese and the peppermint extract. Beat it until it's smooth. This will only take a few seconds. You could also use a stand mixer too. Bring in the melted chocolate mixture, give it a quick stir, and then pour into the cream cheese mixture. And don't worry, we're not going to waste any chocolate. I scraped out as much as I can. Fold it together gently, don't stir or you'll loosen it too much. Once combined, set it aside. In a medium bowl, pour in the heavy cream and the powdered sugar. Use it in handheld mixture, beat until soft peaks form. About 4 or 5 minutes on medium speed. Bring back the chocolate cream mixture and add to the whipped cream. Folding it gently again. Don't stir and don't overmix. Add the marshmallows and fold them in quickly. Now bring back the chilled crust, and you guys, this is my second favorite part. Dump in the entire filling right onto the center and work your way around shaping it to your perfect pie. You can smooth it out evenly, let the center puff up higher, or get a little extra creativity and pipe it into a crust. Once you style it and how you like it, sprinkle on more marshmallow. I use about 3 tablespoons and gently pressing them down a bit. Refrigerate the pie for at least 6 hours to overnight. Okay, grab some candy cane and snip the ends off or peel the wrappers. You can use any peppermint candy shapes you like. I just have the cane shaped one on hand, so that's what I'm using. Next, grab a small Ziploc bag and place the candies inside, seal it, and start crushing them using anything heavy, a rolling pin, a sturdy spoon, or even a heavy-duty skillet. Once they're all nicely crushed, pour them into a small bowl. Now you guys, this is my absolute favorite part. Take out the pie and sprinkle the top with peppermint. You can decorate however you like and use as much or as little as you want. After all, it is your pie. Add in the vanilla wafers to a food processor and pulse it a few times until they become fine crumbs. This should take only a few seconds. And if you don't have a food processor, no worries. Just place the cookies in a Ziploc bag and crush them with either a rolling pin or any heavy objects until they are finely crumbed. Now transfer the crumbs into a medium bowl. Add in 2 tablespoons of sugars just for extra sweetness, and then give it a quick mix. Next, pour in the melted butter and mix again until everything is well combined. The mixture should hold together when pressed. Just think of wet sand texture. Pour the mixture into a dry, clean 9-inch pie pan and start pressing it to form the crust. You can press it up the sides like what I'm doing, or just keep it on the bottom for a thicker crust. I like to switch it up. Use the bottom of a flat measuring cup to press and smooth the crust for an even finish. Now, place the pie crust in the refrigerator and let it chill for about 30 minutes. Let's make the fillings. In a large bowl, add the softened cream cheese, 4 tablespoons of sugar, ½ cup of eggnog, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Using a handheld mixer or a stand mixer, whip up everything together until it's nice and smooth. This will take about 3 minutes on medium speed. Set the mixture aside for a bit. In another medium bowl, add in the heavy whipping cream. Using a clean mixture, whip up the cream on medium speed for about 4 or 5 minutes or until soft peaks form. And if you are enjoying this video so far, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Your support really helps my channel. Once it's all nice and whipped, bring back the eggnog mixture and then add the whipped cream into it. Gently fold a few times until everything is well combined. And be careful not to overfold. You want it to be light and fluffy. After about 30 minutes, go ahead and grab the chilled crust from the refrigerator. Now take that fluffy eggnog filling and gently dump it right onto the center of the crust. Using a spatula, start smoothing it out slowly, working your way toward the edge. Take your time on this part. This is one of the most relaxing steps. Just glide the spatula back and forth, letting the filling settle in nicely. And if you don't want a perfectly flat top, don't worry, just avoid flattening the center and let the natural swirl stays. Keep smoothing it out until it looks exactly like how you like it. Put it back in the refrigerator for about 8 hours to overnight for best results. In the meantime, grab a bowl and add 1 cup of heavy cream, powdered sugar, vanilla extract. Using a handheld mixer, whip the mixture onto medium speed for about 5 minutes or until soft peaks form. Adjust the sweetness to your taste. Add about 1 teaspoon at a time, but this is perfect as is. Next, take the piping bag filter with a 1M tip. To make it easier, place it inside of a tall glass so it stands upright. Then carefully scoop out all the whipped cream into the bag, filling it completely. Now for my favorite part, I like to start piping along the top and the bottom, then do the other 2 edges. From there, I fill in between each section until the whole dessert is nicely decorated. Then for a pop of color, sprinkle lightly with nutmeg around the edge. It adds a perfect finishing touch.